Hello and welcome back to the LCS Proving Grounds. We are one game away, potentially, from crowning a winner here in this series. 100 Thieves found themselves up 2-1, whereas after, despite EGA actually opening the series well and continuing to show some very good-looking aggression, it just hasn't been enough against Prince Luger.
Yep. I mean, I'll upgrade him to King Luger.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Yeah, he's been getting it done this series. Like when they're winning, as you said earlier, he's deathless. He's having phenomenal games throughout this series. EG Academy needs an answer, and so I don't think the Udyr will be a pick here, especially after dealing with Braum in general. I think that's just it really. If the enemy team plays well, it's hard to ever play that matchup up. So that's probably going to be a ban from. Actually, we'll see. I don't think EGA would be banning that.
Yeah, just leave it.
It's gonna
Maybe
be
try
tough to
something
call.
off.
Yeah.
I think Contracts feels comfortable playing against Udyr. That would be my guess. And like Kennedy has definitely shown a tendency towards like the slower, like level 6 junglers, right? So like Nocturne, Lilia, those kind of Hecarim, sorry, was the other one. Those kind of junglers where like they just kind of farm and then scale into the mid game, as Hecarim's going to actually get banned there, interestingly. We'll see. Rel, I like as a ban continuing. Nidalee, of course, is going to get banned away from Contracts. That's the only loss so far for 100 Thieves in this series. In fact, it was their last 2 losses as well. And much to maybe our surprise, it is going to be Udyr once again here for Contracts.
I think the change then is that they're going to give a priority to their bot lane. That they will go into the 4-5, allowing them to pick at least something so they don't get seemingly double countered. So that's where I think the update will come in. We'll see. 100 Thieves should just stick to the same game plan, exactly. Go straight towards the Tristana and Lilia. It is still a flex for the Tristana, so it can go bot lane still. It just depends on what happens when we get to the 4-5.
Yeah, definitely like telegraphs mid a little bit more because like Lilia leaves the door open, but of course you can always flex it. So Luger will be more than happy to play that champion. Has played it already, actually, which is, I think, best KDA of the series so far. And Xayah back for Shoyu. This is actually a pick I really liked for him in game number 1. Glad he's revisiting it here. Pretty reliable against the stuff that 100 Thieves Academy want to throw at you, right? Like lots of Scions, lots of engage ultis.
Yeah.
It's been Nocturne in previous games. It will likely be Scion in this game here as the Nara is locked in for Tony once again. And I imagine Tenacity will just take the Scion here.
I guess it makes him easier for them to fight front to back a little bit more. So that's one thing. Gives him an extra defensive tool for sure. Another thing as well is that the combination of Xayah Rakan is now in play, where Mystique S ended us playing the Rakan last time around, and it was just hard for him to go into these team fights. I think it's going to be a little bit easier with Xayah if he decides to go back to that pick. So let's see what 100 Thieves Academy ends up doing if they leave that pick open.
I think also just like taking a regular range AD just is a bit healthier here. I think like Kai'Sa has struggled, given the comps that EGA are drafting, to like hit relevant targets. Like Kai'Sa's value is like someone CCs the backline and you dive in on them and assassinate them as an AD, right? When you have to hit Scion the whole team fight, it just like feels awful. So like Xayah's just a little bit better at playing like front to back team fights, I guess. And I think if you're not drafting like Hecarim or like big engage ultis like Nautilus, right? Or if you don't get Alistar potentially, like if you don't have ways to actually activate Kai'Sa's ultimate, she's way worse when you have to fight 5v5 front to back. So yeah. I like the shifts in general. I actually even like the Kai'Sa ban here because I think she is very powerful. Syndra Orianna, the phase 2 bans here for 100 Thieves. So we'll see what EG answer with here and how 100 Thieves want to approach the rest of this game. Like the Vayne looked so good in the last game. I wonder if they're going to take it here again. If they do want to take it, do you take it here 4th or do you maybe wait? In fact, never mind. EG Academy have decided that it was good and they don't want to give it to you again.
Yeah, so that's not going to be on the table. But here we go. It is going to be an instant lock on the Jinx. Jinx was so good. And internationally, it's been a first pick, actually. So teams are just feeling so confident on the pick. But remember that it's usually tagged with a Tahm Kench or a Thresh. So I think this is them saying that we're going to have a Thresh here in the bot lane. I want to see what EG Academy does here. If they pick the Thresh up themselves, remember, Mystique West is a great Thresh player. So it looks like they're just going to... I think they'd want to lock it in. Maybe they just give it so he can pick his own champion. If they're feeling that confident about it. Oh, actually. Maybe they're just going to give that over to the Jinx.
I mean, it's funny, right? This is the kind of game where, like, giving like a champion like Thresh, like a comfort pick, a champion that lots of players have, like, hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of games on. But instead go for the Alistar, it will be Braum once again for Poom, which is, like, great into this 2v2, right? You're so happy to be able to counterpick Alistar here as Braum. So it does look like you're giving away the Thresh in that scenario, but I actually think just giving Poom counterpick ends up being a bit more valuable here.
Yeah, and yeah, for the matchup, Braum is definitely good. And also just going back to what was strong about game 1, it's still a double AD carry with a Braum. So like the team fights are very straightforward and who they should be targeting. It's basically going to be on whoever Poom targets there. And it's just great front to back. The only concern is just that if they ever mess up, if that ever comes into play, Jinx is so much more vulnerable than Vayne. It's just, that's
right.
why you often see the Jinx and the Aphelios like tagged with a Tahm Kench or a Thresh. It's just simply like if there's ever a mistake that ends up happening, you will get whisked away. You're fine. But it's not going to be the case here. I think Luger is just really confident. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Honestly, when you're going through game after game and you're just styling like that, you shouldn't give a damn. You should be confident in how you're playing. So I like that level of confidence from him.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see like the same level of kiting from like enemy Raptor to like your blue buff maybe in this game. Because if Jinx is like kiting, it's usually forward because they're passive proc because you killed somebody. So I definitely think it's going to be a different game. Lucas certainly is going to have to position like the best he has all series, and his positioning has been amazing.
Yeah.
So certainly have confidence in him. But we'll see. EG going to have to try and kill Luger as many times as possible. And I'm curious to see if Jojo, Pune, and Contracts can combine a little bit more. Actually, also with Tony, right, who has been a very consistent laning threat in the 1v1 with his Gnar, right, has shown he can get prio and advantages in his lane, but can they lean on that a little bit more to convert into something bigger in the mid game? Because I think the biggest problem stylistically in this matchup is 100 Thieves are happy to play slow, and EGA just want to play quickly. Whether they should or not, they want to. So they just kind of need to get the ball rolling in the early game, or I feel like they don't have enough confidence and like personal momentum to push through into the game and open it up. So even though Udyr had a much slower game last time, I think they're going to play a little bit more aggressively with these picks to try and get some sort of lead early. Because
they definitely,
if nothing else, like that confidence matters so much.
Yeah, they definitely have the tools for it. Absolutely. If you have an Alistar, you have a Sylas, and an Udyr, like fights are not going to be an issue. And mid lane's absolutely volatile. Sylas versus Tristana, with Ignite, of course, on the Tristana. There's definitely going to be a fight for prio. And if Udyr finds a good time to gank with a flash timer, you for sure will see Jojo Pyun look for that engage. So keep an eye out in mid lane. And that's going to be how Contracts will basically play out this map. Look mid first, and then move out.
Yeah, Ignite's a spicy one, often very common in like solo queue, or anytime you want to, just kind of let off some steam and try and kill the enemy mid laner. I believe Demonte took teleport last game. I'm assuming this Ignite is because Sylas W is really frustrating.
Yep.
Having a way to deal with that directly makes a lot of sense, but
absolutely,
definitely a different choice here for Demonte, really showing that he's looking to dominate the 1v1.
Yeah, and I expect the difference between this game and last game, like, versus a Syndra, it is difficult. She has ways to fight back in an all-in from an AD, right? Going up against the Sylas, you are much more comfortable playing the lane lame and just being concerned about the jungler. It's a melee matchup, so here we go.
Yeah, and there's the jungler, and there's the jump away. Demonte with the insta thumbs up. Jojo Pun responds in kind. But at least, Contract's just being there and doing it quickly. Because you're probably not going to get the kill, but you do need to give some space. Oh, he's back again.
All right, guys.
I take it all back. Flash is forced. Oh, they're in there. The stun lands over. The thumbs up have already been given. And it's first blood to Jojo Pyun.
All right, guys. Please stop. The wave was frozen, and or at least was pushing towards Jojo Pyun, it looked like. I'll have to look back at that. But the fact that he jumped out, he thought he was in the clear, and he thought Udyr was going to go for top scuttle crab. Not happening. A literal run around the wall just to go from behind him. So kind of crazy. Double flash for the kill on Tristana.
Yeah, and now no flash on Demonte. So going to have to rely on that rocket jump only for any future pressure. Of course, that pressure can be returned in kind if I can be. Or perhaps Poom if he gets out of this lane. We'll have to see. But right now, it's Shoyu and Mr. Curse actually feeling a little bit better here in the 2v2, right? Pushing up a little bit more. Jinx, needs a bit of time to kind of scale up to really, massacre the waves with her rocket launcher as we watch this one again. Like you said, Damonte's like feeling fine here, and he's just,
it sucks.
he is fine this time.
The wave was pushing away from him initially, though right now he could be a little bit more comfortable, but he thought the Udyr was going straight towards the, Skull Crab that would be up at some point. But he found that window, double flash. This time around, they call for it, and they get the kill on Damonte.
I like it. Again, a lot of early pressure on Damonte was kind of the story of the advantages they built in game 1 and 2. So I like that they're going back to it here. And I imagine the contracts will be here again in short order. Will Canvu be back? I don't know. But now Jojo Pun feeling confident enough in the 1v1 to go in, but just barely losing out on that trade with this couple of extra orders. But here's Contracts and Canvu immediately going to join in. The Contracts trying to rip down the Lilia, just zooming in with a phase rush.
This is the difficulty. Like, sometimes it's the most obvious 2v2 that you can't really deal with, right? They knew the entire game plan for EGA was going to be this. Go straight mid. But Lilia is feeling uncomfortable because if there's an Abscond the duck onwards Lilia, she's dead. They both know that they can be easy targets, so they have to concede this.
And even Mr. Chaos roaming up as well. So, thumbs up given.
Yep.
Jojo Pun, very fun character. Udyr, is he rapping to try and do it again?
Oh my god, guys.
I thought he was invading.
Let's calm down, guys.
All right, one stun. Ooh, that's a bad time for Contracts. Just straight up killed. Finally punished for his transgressions.
Anyone that sees that will definitely sympathize with Damonte. Like, get the hell away from me. Gets the pick finally on Contracts, who's been hovering mid for a long time. So there we go. They pick up the kill, and they pick up the first dragon of the game.
Yeah, one of the things that's unfortunate for the EG side is like when you commit that hard to a situation, they're at least forcing 100 Thieves to also be there, right? So it's kind of a stalemate. As soon as that tension breaks, whoever won the exchange immediately takes everything else that's been there for the 2 minutes that both junglers have been forcibly dancing around mid lane. So it's not just that kill, which is nice. It is that early dragon. It is now kind of that release of the tension that was there in mid lane.
Yeah.
And now that the control and everything just feels a whole lot better. Canby's already level 6. And everything in kind of these side lanes was already pretty balanced. So there wasn't anything else to really do, which I think is why the the junglers were there for so long.
Yeah, and Jojo Pyeon just had like that freeze for so long. So like Lilia had to break it. And Udyr knew that. But yep, justice was done on the Rift today. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, Ignite Tristana.
Yep.
Lilia and friends. Contracts is duly punished. But I imagine he's going to be back, so we'll find out in a few moments if he is indeed going to revisit. Already level 6 for both junglers. Those Contracts at least didn't fall too far behind. Just giving a bit of extra gold to Lilia. Plus the XP from dying. Other than that, it's just A-OK. Should be able to farm up pretty rapidly as a result. Also, Merc trades this game because plenty of CC with the Braum and co. So unfortunately, no cooldown boots for the Udyr, which we'd love to see, but needs to get the necessary mercs here.
And the same win condition that happened last game is the same problem this game, where I do think EGA want to play for Dragon Soul, but I think it's difficult. Like bot lane, reason why they got the support counter pick for the Braum was literally to have full control of the bot lane matchup. And all right, set him up.
Camby's in there. Oh, that was so fun. He flashed out to the side, but it's not going to matter. Maybe it will. Here's Jojo Pun, baby. Going to get the sleep of his own. And now Canby going to get chased down, but Damonte's here as well. And Tenacity's asleep. He's going to get walled, but Damonte is with the roam first. He's going to take him out in the 3v2.
It looked sick initially.
Yeah,
from
great.
Tony Top, yeah, but and also like from Jojo Pyeon coming in, but yep, numbers advantage. Damonte's there immediately to help out, so it was a 3v2 that they had to deal with.
Yeah, Contract's not in the area, unfortunately. So it is indeed 100 Thieves kill there in the top side of the map as Tony Top at least survives the encounter. Jojo Pyeon not so lucky, as we'll watch this one again.
Initially from Tony Top, being able to flash away from the Sign ulti when he saw that, amazing. Like, that should be a highlight reel if they win the fight. But nope, Tristana's there. Udyr is a while away, so he thought he can get there in time, flash over the wall to help out if they had the time. Not true, so yeah. It blows. If you're Tony Top, you put in all that effort, it looks good, and you still take an L.
And this is the thing, right? When you play so aggressively as a mid-jungle duo, which is so fun to watch, when it doesn't work, you fall further and further behind with each failed attempt, right? And Kenvi is just like casually farming between. Now he's straight invading with his support. Like, Contrax has to go back and clean out these waves. And Jojipun, like, he doesn't want to be in a 1v1 with Tristana. Nothing happens. Like, she pushes you in, you re-clear the wave, and then, like, I don't know, it happens again. Or maybe you go to a side lane. You know, Jojipun wants to be out of here, pressuring in other lanes, setting up plays with his jungler. And instead, he's forced to hang out as his turret, slap Damonte with his chains, and Poom's here to counter gank, and nothing's fun at all. Oh, never mind. Here comes the reinforcements. Poom is going to be the target. Door is going up, but Contrax is here this time, and Kenvi's going to be a little too late. It's Jojipun grabbing the kill.
All right, that was a great roam from the Alistar there, just giving confidence. And Jojipun saw that, stole the Braum multi. Really well done. Damonte, of course, couldn't get the full lockdown on Satchel to have a reset on his jump, so he had to flash out. Overall, a great way to fight back. And Damonte!
He's dead. Yeah, nowhere to go. Great ult by Damonte to push him back initially, but I don't even know if he wanted to be tethered in there. Only had his Alistar by his side. Maybe hoped Kenvi had walked much further away than he had. But instead, gonna be the setup under Damonte. They're not done. Surely now they're done. Oh, he's asleep. He's gonna get the kill, but now it could be trouble. No ulti. Kenvi didn't press the button and Contrax gets out.
For how volatile this game is, I want to remind people, this is do or die, and Shoryu is dead.
Oh,
what happened?
2v1 kill. Luke has no health, but he still has more than Shoryu, which is unfortunate.
Both sums down from Luger, so I'd imagine that that's Poom tagging him and Luger going all out to get the kill. Like, I'm sure we'll see that, but as I said, it's do or die. 100 Thieves wins this game. They lock themselves into a game versus No Org tomorrow. It's the gauntlet. So EG have to do their best here to stay alive, take 2 more wins to have that. So it seems wild that it's so up in the air.
Oh, it's a brawl. Oh, Poom.
Auto attack tag? Yeah. Is he flashing? Yeah, he's flashing. Yeah, I mean, he thought he had it.
He tried to go to the bush. Couldn't quite get in there. If you're not sure where, by the way, this is something that's very well known among the League community, but sometimes worth bringing up. If there's an auto attack that's going to hit you and you flash out of vision, it's not going to hit you. Which is why you often see the supports do cool things like ward brushes mid-play to make sure they can keep autoing or auto can follow. And I think that's what Shoryu was trying to do there, but just a bit short on the flash there. And even if he'd made it, I don't know if he would have been able to finally outplay. It was very cool to watch, but it is Luger and Poom that collect the kill at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think the worst thing about all of this so far, this game for EG Academy, is how undisciplined we are. We're seeing oh, well, okay.
Yeet. Just running it in right there. Oh, here's Kenvi though. He's just flash queuing in. It just doesn't matter. He's ignited, maybe dead. Tries to find the zap, doesn't get the W. Kenvi's just dead. Very sloppy play on both sides. And EG, they're going to capitalize.
Yeah, I mean, they're the biggest winner on that one. Just as I was talking about undisciplined play from EG, where they're making solo hero plays, 100 Thieves says we can do that too. Big pickup for EG. And now they have a gold lead. Slight, but they still have a gold lead versus 100 Thieves.
Yeah, I think the biggest recommendation would be, like, if a team is playing, like, really fast and loose against you, do not sink to their level in an attempt to beat them. Probably not going to work, especially when teams are close in skill. So, 100 Thieves throwing it back there. Jojipun, though, forced to flash. Damonte continuing his aggression here. He has the Gale Force online, so a ton of individual power right now for Damonte.
Yeah, Ignite and Ultimate. So yeah, full engage from 100 Thieves. It's the teleport coming through from EG Academy, and Sion can't follow. So, I mean, like, this just goes back to the basics of if you're making a play, ask yourself if you have TP advantage or not. If you can't, then don't do it.
And they did not, as you noted. So up about 1,000 gold, excuse me, for EGA. Tony Top, as we check in, is slightly ahead, but actually, I don't know what's happened in top lane, but Tenacity has done a much better job of keeping up in that 1v1 lane, so I'm not sure if there's been a bit of additional tension or he's just adjusting to the matchup as they play it out, but definitely not going to be as much of a factor as it could have been in the last game, where Tony had more of an advantage. It has really just been all about this mid and jungle, right, on the EGA side. Contracts and Jojo Kun are going to have to continue to find plays. Perhaps Alistar joining them is going to be the thing that tips the fight in their favor in a lot of cases. Don't worry, they're just hanging out. This is like Rampage World Tour.
True! Where's the building? I guess he's throwing a building, literally. I guess
yes.
With that skin, that makes sense that Nar is.
That's what I think of with the Nar skin.
All right, where are we going?
Zooming in.
Oh, I guess Sion's running in.
Oh, mid lane we're going. Sion distracted us there, but that is Jojo Pun once again combining with Contracts for the kill. Jukes out the Brawl multi, baby! And they're getting away with it. Again, it's kind of scrappy, Raz, but EG are doing what they can to get these kills.
Yeah, it's hard to catch out literally the play that'll happen. Remember, this is match point here for 100 Thieves. The objective here is clearly going to be Rift Herald, where 100 Thieves should be confident that with how well and how far ahead that Luger and Pum are, just play through your dual lane and you should have Rift Herald. But down goes Damonte, and down goes that hope. Should be a Rift Herald there for Contracts.
And he's actually wanting more.
No, they're
top lane for the gank.
Yeah, the dive is coming. Run, Kenvi, catch him.
He's 4 legs, not fast enough. Oh, Jojo Pun's already here, of course, but now they're going to have to run. It's 4v4. Jinx ulti hits Contracts. That's a good target for them to hit. Oh, baby! 3-man pulverize. Kenvi going golden. Going to go to sleep. Is everybody? It's Kenvi. He found the biggest play of his life. But still, it might not be enough as Contracts is setting up Damonte. Jojo Pun trying to fight it out, but now Luger and Damonte left alive again. And now 2v2 is Tony Top sitting with a strike break. He's going to force the flash out of Luger. No dive here. Do not do it. Don't back away. All right, everybody chill out. And a brawl erupts in top side, and I think just barely 100 Thieves won the trade.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to get out of there. But that was quite the journey from Tony. Tony Top from the bot lane, knew there was a dive happening top lane, so he traveled mid and was there for the very end of it. So what in the world, man? I think it was great from 100 Thieves that they were there for this dive, so it was an overcommitment, but Mysticus saw this 3-man headbutt pulverize, ults too, so he can soak some DPS, but an even better ult from the Lilia, so Luger has the space to fight front to back.
And then Jojo finishes off the Braum, but Contracts that can't get in, right? He's like, yep, 2 ADs, can't do anything. And back at it again. Keep going for it here on the extension.
I was
yeah, it's a replay.
I was scared there.
Everyone relax.
I was like, is this the same thing that we're seeing? All right, now we're back.
All right, to EG's credit, they did get a tower in top lane, right? That was actually what triggered all of that. They were trying to dive, they zoned them off, they had enough to finish off the tower, they got it, they wanted more, so they extended the play through. And then what we just saw happen, which was a lot of kills traded back and forth. Where we are now, though, is this dragon is spawning. 100 Thieves already have 2. Gonna make it 3 in short order. This is gonna be a very quick Cloud Soul at this rate.
Yeah,
like
this is
EG
just...
don't want to contest here.
Yeah, much better from 100 Thieves here. So they're gonna have to fight for Soul, even though Cloud Soul is not the most enticing with having double AD carry with Cloud, just the movement speed that you have with it is nice to have, but it's not game ending. It's not game ending like Mountain Soul, it's not game ending like Infernal or Ocean, so this might go the distance, it might turn into an Elder type, so did we miss this? I think we did. This was during the last replay. I wonder if it turns into anything. Yeah, Mysticus is just gonna die here. That's why they have the dragon.
Basically, yeah. All right, makes sense. Well, it's 2 deaths now for the Alistar. Still close in kills, still up in gold on the EG side, but very much down in Dragon. So that long-term investment for 100 Thieves, looking for that payoff here. Mythic now finished with Tenacity. In fact, Mythic's done for almost everybody. It's the supports that are, as expected, lagging behind. The Contract's not done with the Rift Herald in hand.
Yeah. Just for the viewers out there, your brain, empty it out. Action. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, all the greatest action stars, put that in there instead. Because this game, all rhyme, reason out the window. I mean, I love this play overall, what we're seeing from Evil Geniuses. But it's just a brawl to potentially end this series. If 100 Thieves get the better of it, it does move them towards the series tomorrow, the losers bracket finals versus No-Org. But Evil Geniuses are opting in that mud too.
Yeah, I mean, both these teams, right, like, have actually been on pretty long losers runs. 100 Thieves, of course, started theirs a bit earlier to EG because they lost to them in the upper bracket as they're looking to take this tower. Should be able to get it. Alistar is just in a world of pain. Has to ulti and not get Jinx ultied. Tony Top around the side's been caught by Kenby. No, that's Lilia dead. Excuse me, it's the other way around. Got a little bit confused, but Jojo Pune still on the Lilia ulti now. It's Tony Top finding the play under the enemy jungler. And as I correct myself, we'll watch the fight continue. Tony Top, hyper speed up. No one to catch. Gets queued by Braum, so EG gonna maybe take the mid tier 2 here, popping the Herald for that play.
Yeah, and they can try and go for the inner turret as well. I don't know how long they want to go for this one. It should not turn into an inhibitor, so okay. So they're just gonna let the Rift Herald rock out there, get vision, end up basing. Great teleport there from Jojo Pyun, because I can see what 100 Thieves were trying to do there. Kenby just wanted to tank and try and get a little bit of damage onto Mystique, as he was so close to dying there to the Jinx ultimate. But man, you always forget how much value that Alistar ultimate has. Just keeps him alive.
Yeah, even when you don't have that much health, still enough damage reduction to not get executed by Jinx Rocket, which, by the way, does a lot of damage. And as we've discussed in the previous Sylas game, Sylas scales real nice when you steal enemy ultis, as long as you build up enough AP. So with how frustrated people get by Jinx ultimate, I know junglers especially have a particular distaste for their teammates standing too close to the Baron against the enemy Jinx.
It's
Sylas stolen Jinx ulti is a piece of work if he finds the right angle.
I've actually never seen it, so that would be really nice to see.
It's a lot of damage.
If anything, just give me that, at least one instance of it, so I can see how much damage we're talking here. But man, yeah, I think from a scaling perspective, sure. He just needs to be on side lane, I think, permanently with Gnar and Sylas, because if they're ever in a gentleman's agreement, 5v5, staring down 100 Thieves, they lose. But Mystique is looking for a pick on Luger.
The traps are there. Oh, forces the flash now. Combos in. Contracts follows through. Beautifully played by EG.
That's it. That's the pick. 30-second death timer on Luger. Baron buff for you. Dragon's coming up in a minute. That is what you wanted to get yourself firmly an advantage.
Yeah, EG needed a big swing here in this game, and this is the kind of thing they're after. Gonna have to make it quick though, because as you mentioned, that Dragon Soul's coming back up at 45 seconds now, but the Baron is dead. 100 Thieves do not contest because they know the real price is gonna be this soul, but Damonte is gonna do a little bit of demolition here in mid lane while he's at it. And EG are gonna reset and then run straight to this Dragon because they know they have to fight 5v5 for this.
Yeah, I mean, look at the gold advantage too. 3K gold lead for Evil Geniuses. While you still have to be afraid of the comp that 100 Thieves have, like, the big winners here is, as you said, Jojo Pyun and Shoryu. So they should feel confident in being able to take this Dragon and prolonging the game.
Oh, Luca's top lane. There's no way they're fighting for this Dragon.
Yep. In fact, they're sending Tristana up there too, guys. We are in the opposite direction.
All right, well, conservative, but I think a line that 100 Thieves should be just fine taking here. Just getting the farm again. Like, at least them getting the first Dragon of the game, their first Cloud Dragon. Not that significant. Loses them time on the Baron buff, so I think a pretty safe but pretty worthwhile trade here. This is not the one you want, though. Jojo Pyun is lining up potential assassination onto Damonte. Good ulti mid-air with the rocket jump as Damonte gets maximum disengage, and Jojo Pyun will go back to the wave instead.
Yep, playing it smart. And remember, anything that happens there, teleport from Tony Top can follow. We've seen how messy these games, I mean, scrappy, I would say the best word for it, these games can get. So, good look there from Jojo Pyun to find an advantage on side lane.
Yeah, I think you said it already, Raz, but you know, Sylas is going to be anchored to these side lanes along, as well as this Gnar in a lot of cases here. I like this 4-1 though for EG. Going to have to be a bit careful in the ensuing 5v4, though Jojo Pyun can TP in. They need to buy enough space and time to be able to do that if that's what they want to opt into. I think instead they're going to take the minute 15 they have left on Baron and just let Jojo take this free tower in top side.
Yep.
But I do think that you just cannot let ADs get free side lane farm, right? That's like a dream for someone like Tristana. So having the Sylas with the ability to punish is really nice in this kind of spot.
Yeah, she's getting she's closing in on LDR. I do think she needs more time to get there. Once she does hit that, it is going to be much harder for Contracts and Tony Top to deal with her. But man, I mean, just take a look at this. We're dealing with a Baron buff here. It's just so much gold going into the pockets. Let's see what the Baron power play is. 2,000 gold, 2,300. That Evil Genius Academy was picking up this while already having a 3K gold lead. So it's just piling up.
Yeah, up 5,500 or so right now. Going to take this inhib as well. Jojipyun's in there. He's got the stolen Lilia ulti, but not going to use it again, just buying space, giving his team time to take down the inhib. This is the thing they couldn't do last time in the previous game. They will get done with this Baron, so a very successful Baron buff there for EGA. See what 100 Thieves do there, as again, they're going to be looking for that soul in 3 minutes time, but now that the gold divide is so much bigger than it was before.
Yeah, and I think this is just going to be a Baron game. Like, 100 Thieves, we're closing in on towards Soul, but even then, Cloud Soul is not going to be game ending, so it was going to be an Elder Dragon, but they can't even access that now. So really, it's going to be about Evil Geniuses. If they want to be able to just cap this win, they can play it by the books and keep them in side lane like they were doing prior. But Baron buff is a very easy way to cap this game off. So just keeping on this side of the map. And if they were to lose track of a ward, remember, Baron is a long time from now, so it's just going to expire naturally. So just sitting here, camping out, is the best strategy.
Yeah, this is really nice. Just taking all this vision. Alistar can face check, it's fine. He's got flash, he has ulti. Not a huge risk, especially with the teammates so close by. Jojo been continuing to give the thumbs up. Tony Top is going to guide the minions into that top half of the map because they also have supers, remember, pressuring that bottom side naturally as well. So love this setup here for EG. They're probably just going to wait around until the Baron spawns and then run back. I don't know how much gold they have off the last play, so I don't know if they spent, but I believe they have.
They did base.
If they have, they can just sit here.
Yeah, they ended up basing after the 2,000, gold that they ended up.
It's very responsible.
So that was nice. And they're replacing their control wards that they do have. So if you look at the minimap, there's a control ward in bot lane that if they were to go down there, can keep them safe from a flank. They replaced one of their control wards that was around Baron because they've had that control of that area for so long. So they're now just, reaffirming their control over the red side jungle. And what they should just be doing is going back and forth between mid and top lane. And then when Dragon comes up, it's never going to be contested by 100 Thieves. They shouldn't even look at it. So this game is firmly going to be decided around, hey, can 100 Thieves get a pick around mid lane? Can they steal Baron? They need that.
All right, well, Luga, 3 items actually finished. Same for Demonte. He does have the LDR now done.
We're getting there.
Yeah, I mean, Tristana loves levels as well, but actually Demonte is almost level 16, so not too bad on the Trist. Passive continues to find side lanes here. I mean, the unfortunate, little delay in this game. Tenacity may be caught out. Gonna take a while to kill this Scion, but they're gonna try for it here. It's just Contracts though alongside the Alistar. That's not enough. It's Jojipyun though diving into the backside with a stolen brawl multi onto Luga. But now Tenacity's out of there. Jojo though, he's just dead. He tried to make the hero play. Instead he gets decapitated by Demonte. And now Shoyu's gonna be forced to ulti, and all that control they work for, Raz. It's just kind of falling apart. Shoyu gets slapped. He's going to get picked up there by Demonte. Almost dies. Does die at the end of it all as Luga takes down the Alistar as well. And Tony Top going to be forced to run. He may just survive alongside Contracts. But what was such a good position is going to be the Cloud Soul for 100 Thieves.
Oh my god, and Baron is up too. How you going to mess that up? Jojipyun was caught in no man's land while their team was committed on the Scion. And just like that, Soul and a direct train line to Baron. 100 Thieves are back in the game.
I think they're ahead, actually.
Yeah.
They can get this Baron. It just feels tough. Yeah, they're going to TP in. I don't know where that TP is even going. Can't be that deep because there's no wards. Because, again, they spent all that time denying the vision away. At least 100 Thieves can't actually get the Baron, so EGA will hold on to their advantage, and they might even just go for the counter on the Baron right now. Tenacity does have TP.
EG can go for Baron here. EG can go for Baron here because the minions down bot lane are finally starting to stack up. So there we have it. It's now back to 100 Thieves that have to force a fight.
Oh, they're in there. Tony Top over the top with the pulverized started by the alley. And now Jojo Pion this time diving into the backside, but it's just too much. They can't get back.
Oh!
Luger with the execute. And 100 Thieves once again. Now Tenacity TP's in to ult in for the engage. Contracts is going to be killed. That's a free Baron for 100 Thieves after that kill.
Man, just like that, they had to look for a fight. EG was the one that pulled the trigger. They really should have played that one patiently. And now 100 Thieves get it all. They get the Baron, they can base and protect their base from the super minions that were crashing in at the same time. If EG was a little bit more patient, they could get everything there.
I kind of feel like that's the story of this game for EG. So many good spots. So many great setups, just a little impatient, too keen to start the fight and make the big play to crack open the game, where the game's already there for you. As we go all the way back to this attempt on the massive pipe and bottom side. But this isn't the problem. It's Jojo put on the left side of your screen that's causing the mischief.
Yeah, he thought he could work for something, but 100 Thieves, remember, they just look at this and say, we don't have to worry about the tenacity. He's going to remain alive, and even if he does die, it's a worthwhile trade for the Fed Silas. So Shoryu uses his ultimate, a little bit late, I guess early. At the end, he still gets slept, so it has no impact. And so that's it. I mean, everyone falls once Jojo Pion dies.
Oh, good route, but where's the follow-up? Contracts is the one. Devontae the target, but not enough. Has the ulti stolen though? Oh, barely. Not getting the E over the top, but Jojo Pion still wants more. Luger maybe the target now. Contracts finds the stun. They've got the Tristalt stolen as well, but Luger, he's just so tanky, man. Kites are back through. He's going to kill Contracts. Can be low. Dies to the alley. Devontae almost dead as well, but Luger's alive, and that's all that matters for 100 Thieves as Poom now the target. The ulti not quite able to kill the alley. But Shoryu eating too much damage. Tony Top with a big stun. Shoryu there with the Featherstone, but Tenacity finishes him off, and Luger still running and gun and takes down the last one.
So well played. 8, 2, and 6. He was buying time and playing to his range for Tenacity to come in from the flank. And I think this should be it. 25-second death timer on Jojo Pion. 19 seconds on Contracts, and you already have your Jinx that is going to get excited from taking these turrets. So, this might be the series.
That's looking like the series indeed, Raz. It's 100 Thieves Academy getting revenge on Evil Geniuses Academy 3-1 as they push themselves one series closer to the grand finals.
Man, that game has to hurt for EG Academy that made that trek for the entirety of Proving Grounds to get here. But for 100 Thieves Academy, the story is there. Luger, an insane player. Tenacity, flexible. His Aatrox game was beautiful, and the Sion game, amazing. Chef's kiss, right? I just think this team has a lot, and No Org, that's going to be their next opponent tomorrow, has a lot coming to him.
Yeah, gonna be. I mean, the nice thing for 100 Thieves, I guess, storyline-wise, is like everyone they play is supposed to be better than them because they fell down at some point and had to play back through losers. That's why these double Elium runs are so fun. But 100 Thieves, like, only improving with games, it feels like, right? They lost to this team last time, and they got swept by Contracts Nidalee and the rest of the team. This time, they ban the Lucian and Renekton. They give him a Nidalee once, lose and realize their error, and then don't really let control of the game for that much longer. Like, yes, EGA had lots of good spots, and I think fumble positions that they were in or maybe played a little bit too quickly. EGA have the talent, they have the skill, and I think for all the praise we give Jojo Pion, I think we can see why he's a young player, right? Very talented, very good. But some of those 1v3 dives are just a bridge too far.
Yeah, you have to go through those plays at some point, either through scrims or in pressure moments to learn. And that's why, no reason to nail him down because he's going to come back. He's going to come stronger. The guy is insanely young and new to the competitive scene. So you take it on the chin and you know that he'll learn. But that means that they are now gone from the Proving Grounds. That's the last time we'll have seen from Evil Geniuses Academy. And there's a lot to look forward to for 100 Thieves. They have been, quote unquote, learning through the entire Proving Grounds because this makes their 18th game. A lot of their games go the distance, the full 3 games and a best of 3. And for this one, I mean, it went 4 games, but it goes to show that it feels like they're getting better throughout, the entirety of the tournament. And even in this game, I feel like they have a lot to learn if they want to be able to take down confidently No Org and the ones that are sitting in the finals, the big boss in Cloud9 Academy.
Yeah, again, like matchups only get harder, but they do get more exciting as a result. I almost want to say, like, just write off game one for 100 Thieves. Certainly if you're Luger, I think you just forget about it. Like, he was pretty invisible in game one, and I don't think necessarily like it's his fault.
Yeah.
I just think like the game was so much about the mid and jungle, and that's kind of all it was. And he got pushed in a little in the bottom side, then the jungle advantage spilled down after the mid laner got ahead alongside the jungler, and then like he couldn't really do anything. But let me tell you, the game's always untouched. Mans knows how to carry.
Yeah, my mind definitely could not take all of what was happening that game, especially the early game comedy of errors. Like that type of thing where I was like, all right, well, at some point we're going to steer the ship in the right direction. And then like things like these happen. So I do think that 100 Thieves, when things went wrong, quickly reorganized. Like with the composition that they have, it is difficult. If you have Lilia and Braum, it's hard to start a fight. You need your entire team to be there, or at least a good portion of your team to know that you have the numbers. And, you know, proper coordination, know how to team fight around a Braum, Lilia. And I think Kenvi, great Lilia. So that just means that now going into the next series, if there is an Udyr first pick, No Org has to know how to deal with what's coming, because that is going to be a consistent strategy of playing double AD carry on Braum that they're going to be throwing at you.
Yeah, for sure. But 100 Thieves, it's a great series all around. 100 Thieves Academy, as a result, they take the series. And when we return, Luger is going to be joining us for the Verizon post-game interview. So don't go too far.
The Kral himself.
Welcome back for the Verizon post-game interview. Just like yesterday, we've got a little bit of a twist on it. One of the very winners from the match you just witnessed is joining us here on the desk, and it is none other than 100 Thieves Academy, Luger. Luger, how are you feeling after this series, man?
I feel not so good because I almost sold the game, the last game actually. And I mean, feel good like we win the game, we win series. So yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, things were a bit tight between both of the teams. If we take a look kind of how things ended up, Evil Geniuses did have an early lead. What do you think was key to 100 Thieves turning things around in game number 4?
Number 4, actually, our comp is like the good for the for late game. Our comp is good. If I play good, like in last fight, if I don't flash, if I don't use my flash, we lose game. But I use my flash, so it's kind of skill to play with like our comp, I guess. But I mean, I prefer our comp actually to play. We just need to carry the early game in this game. So yeah, it's killing, guys.
Yeah, it definitely was a sight to see, Kangas.
You mentioned you don't feel too great. You felt like you almost threw the game for your team, and I want to cite a specific time during that game where you got picked as the Jinx, and this is at the beginning of kind of this gold swing, right around that towards the mountaintop, and then they got the Baron. But you brought it back. You won back-to-back-to-back team fights.
Yeah.
So, I mean, walk me through your mentality as a team, what the communication was like, and how you were able to stay focused on the objective at hand, which was win the game.
Actually, I don't understand.
Sorry, here, let me rephrase that. How do you as a player try and stay, focused on the game rather than tilting?
Yeah, I mean, in competitive game, we shouldn't tilt, of course, because like we are in tournament, serious matches, like, I mean, I don't tilt, in the matches, like in solo queue, I just tilt a lot sometimes, it happens. Yeah. But in competitive, I think, I don't know, no one tilt, I think, in my team, or maybe other team. It shouldn't be tilt also, I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, you've been competing for some time, even before joining us here in Academy over in your home region. What has it been like for you developing with this 100 Thieves squad alongside, Golden Glue as a coach too?
Yeah. It's good to hear 100 Thieves in the team. I mean, it's good. What should I say? I don't know. I'm sorry.
No, good is good. We like to hear that it's been good with the team, right?
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy here.
Happy. We like happy thoughts. And I mean, we were all very happy to see your play. You already mentioned that you had to flash to be able to win it. We're actually going to take a look at those moments here. Just tell us a bit more about what's happening with the team communication during these fights.
In the last fight, kinda. I mean, I know, if I fail my flash for enemy engage, when they enemy engage, we lose game. And I focusing more like my using flash is good before fights, like thinking, So yeah, just the flash, I think, in the last game series. Yeah.
And I want to highlight, I mean, this is a lot of plays that we're seeing from this last game, but it of course was a team effort throughout the whole series. How loud is 100 Thieves? Do y'all make a lot of noise when you're playing together? Do you scream and kind of shout during team fights, or are you more calm? I just want to get some insight as to the team communications.
For calling, actually we don't have like the shot calling thing in the game or team. Like we just talking, like if, we say something, like if 3 people agree the call, we just do it, So we don't have like shot calling. We just everyone talk and we choose what's the base. So yeah.
So I guess I have a bit of an interesting question, right? Like you say that you're fairly flat in shot calling, no like clear leader, but how do you feel about playing with this team? Tenacity, relatively new.
Yeah.
Kenvi,
Yeah.
relatively new. Demonte, veteran. Poom, new. But we don't know Luger very well, right? This is your first time in NA. Do you think of yourself as a veteran, or are you just looking to people like Demonte to kind of still be the leader of the team?
Leader. I mean, for what you say actually? I'm sorry. Yeah, for leader.
Are you
say?
100 Thieves Crawl, or is Demonte the Crawl, the king?
Yeah, I understand it. I mean, I don't care so much actually, you know. If it's Kral, you know, it's Kral. If I'm Kral,
It's okay, a whole team, everybody's a Crawl, right?
yeah, I mean, I don't even think, you know, like which guy in the Kral or team. It's kind of out there.
You got to be careful what you call Demonte on broadcast, though. His Twitter following is pretty big. I'm sure that they're going to start putting crowns on him. Starting pretty
Almost
soon.
is Kral,
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of Twitter and the activity there, Kangas, I heard you had a little bit of activity of your own on Twitter.
Yeah. I do have to issue a formal apology to Golden Glue, Golden Mom, who tweeted at me after my 3-0 prediction. I'm sorry, Luger. I'm sorry that I didn't believe in all of you're over here. I'm sorry. That I didn't have
enemy team?
What was that?
Enemy team, you say? Yeah, you say enemy
I predicted
team?
Evil Geniuses 3-0. That's on me.
Yeah, I'll be honest,
you're the one
Luger.
that doesn't know a single Yu-Gi-Oh card. So who's the real villain here? I mean, come on. How are you gonna not know Yu-Gi-Oh? Did you watch episode 1? I told you to check out the first season.
Episode? I don't watch, I think. No, I don't.
All right.
After Proving Grounds is done. After Proving Grounds is done, he's got more games to win still.
Yeah.
You know, in the next content we see, you'll all be playing the game together. We do have something to share with you, Luger. I mean, based on this 4-game series and your play, you have actually been named Player of the Series for this matchup against Evil Geniuses Academy. What does it mean to you to have titles like this, being Player of the Series, showing how strong you have been for 100 Thieves?
For the join? I'm sorry. For the join? What you say?
Does this mean something to you? I mean, you were declared the best player of this series. Without you, then 100 Thieves weren't going to win it. Yeah, that's you. Bask in the glory, my friends.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I feel like I'm not playing well. Like, I actually playing so bad in the maybe one game. And last game, I think I troll a bit. Like, I deserve to lose, you know, this game. But, you know, yeah. It is what it is. Yeah, thank you.
All right, Luger. We got a big question. Proving Grounds, almost done. You've already done very well. You have been a very good player. What is Luger doing after Proving Grounds?
After League, I think for the I think I chill in my home.
Chill?
And go outside, you know, go beach. We
Go
close
to the
the beach. Yeah.
What about LCS? When are we seeing Luger in LCS?
I don't know. Maybe I can play. I feel like I can play. Maybe like I believe myself. I can play and I can base steady in the LCS like in later time. I believe myself and maybe I can do in the later games, later times. So yeah, I'm confident.
Luger.
I can believe. And you know, bye guys.
We believe in you a lot, Luger. The 100 Thieves fans also believe in you. I mean, 100 Thieves Academy today, anybody that missed it, they did take the series in this match against Evil Geniuses Academy. And that means that they are going to be moving on. And taking a look at the bracket right now, the winner of tomorrow's series will move on to face Cloud9 Academy in Sunday's final. And I mean, these have been some very exciting matches, Joshi. What do you make of what is going down tomorrow between 100 Thieves and No Org?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest for Luger. I thought Evil Geniuses would win today. Kangas thought Evil Geniuses would win today. We were both wrong, and that means that 100 Thieves are actually going to be going up against No Org tomorrow. And I think this is one of the teams that I predicted to be in the finals. So 100 Thieves, if they show up like they did today, I think they can make it to the finals. They have played very well, but the question is always, are we going to get the best version of 100 Thieves? Are they the team that can actually start competing in LCS? Or are we going to see the version that it was dropped down to lower bracket against Evil Geniuses the first time? I think it's going to be a very exciting series.
I'm very excited to watch the Tenacity versus Viper matchup because we saw the Tony top tease strong side top laner. Well, now he's going to be put through the ringer here. So let's see if Tenacity can hold on.
Yeah, Luger, what do you think about going against No Org tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah. Yeah. We can win, first of all. And if like people say, 100 is bad, like he can't win, like something else. But I think we play League of Legends, so everything can happen if we make like good comp, good in-game like calls, like choosing well in the game. We can win like every games, every versus team, not the versus like team org, right? I'm sorry, I don't know the name.
Mm-hmm. Both work.
Yeah.
Both work there.
Yeah.
But I mean, also you got the buff of Golden Glue Mom live tweeting your games, so I don't know how.
Oh yeah,
possibly
Golden Glue Mom. Yeah, Golden Glue Mom.
Does she like bring you team snacks and stuff, and like bring you like little like baskets with food in it?
Yeah, we eat. Yeah.
Yeah. She's carrying the team, man. I can't believe it.
It's so good to have her support there. Luger, thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations again on your victory today.
Yeah, thank you.
So great to get to hear from you. Yeah, that's going to do it for us, though, here on the broadcast. You gave us plenty of action in the games itself, Luger, and now it's time for us all go relax before we get to watch you take to the virtual stage again tomorrow. So all of the fans out there, on behalf of myself, the casters, and the entire remote broadcast crew, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for more League of Legends action. Until then, good morning, afternoon, evening, and good night.